West Virginia is one of just a few states that forces manufacturers to pay taxes on their inventory, machinery, and equipment. This hurts manufacturing investment and makes us less attractive to companies that want to grow a business here, and it's been this way for years. But together we can make a change and help West Virginia enjoy the rebirth of American manufacturing. The Manufacturing Growth Act of 2020 is our pathway to a more prosperous future for West Virginia.
I'm Gant Camper and I run a wood furniture factory in Berkeley Springs, West Virginia called Cat Creek. We manufacture solid wood furniture made from Appalachian hardwoods, primarily coming out of West Virginia. Everything we build is really built by hand, signed and dated by the person who built it, and shipped throughout the country and in fact throughout the world. So we've been an industry that's been through a lot of transition. At the beginning of the century, in 2000, 90% of the wood furniture that was consumed in the United States was made in the United States. Today that number is 10%. It's totally flip-flopped from where it was. We happen to be one of the companies that are lucky enough to have survived such an onslaught. And one of the reasons we've been able to survive is we've been able to consistently reinvest in this company. We kind of talk about being handmade furniture, but equipment, processes, computers are just critical to us being competitive. We have to compete on a worldwide basis, and we really can't do that without being able to invest in stuff like CNC technology, essentially equivalent to digital printing, that's doing incredible amounts of manufacturing, making our people incredibly productive. Today, in business, capital is just so critical. You need capital like that. Capital makes people more productive. It gives you the ability to make good jobs into great jobs and okay jobs into good jobs. There's a slogan years ago that says, what creates change? Capital creates change. Bringing capital in this business and bringing capital investment into West Virginia is really the key for future growth and future good jobs in this organization. Today, unfortunately, our state taxes capital in the form of inventory, equipment, inside factories like ours. Most states don't do this, and it's a grand mistake. It's a very competitive world, and we compete with capital and we compete for capital. Really one of the things I'm hoping and would like to impress on folks is that we really need to open up this state and invite that capital in, and companies like ours give them the ability and the incentive to bring capital in and reinvest in their companies to make their manufacturing more efficient, make their manufacturing more competitive, because most of us compete on a worldwide basis, and make their employees the jobs, better jobs, and more productive jobs.
The Warwood Tool Company is a 15-person forging shop in Wheeling, West Virginia. We're a very small organization that on a daily basis has to compete with very large international corporations. These companies produce their products in China, India, Mexico, often at a much lower cost than we do. The only hope that we have to compete is by coming up with new products. In order for us to come up with these new products, we have to invest in die tooling and new technology to make them. That often comes at the price tag of $8,000, $10,000, $12,000, $15,000 at a time. The inventory and machinery tax easily cost our company enough that we could create one new product every single year to compete with these bigger companies. It's incredibly, incredibly harmful to our business, and we need your help to remove it.
My name is Kim Bach. I'm president and co-owner of Cyclops Industries Incorporated, located in South Charleston, West Virginia. We have 7 employees, and we make sight glasses for pressure vessels and process tanks. Cyclops is a small company in comparison to the larger manufacturers in our state, and the monetary impact is in no way comparable. However, we still are a manufacturer, and this inventory and equipment tax greatly affects our small business. 3 to 4 months before we pay our personal property tax, we try to deplete our inventory. We can do this good and still have some inventory that is not used in a year's time, and we have to pay tax on it year after year until we either write it off or use it. Is that productive for any manufacturing setting? If our state truly wants to promote the slogan we once hung proudly over every interest of our state, open for business, then our legislative leaders need to be serious about eliminating this tax and finding a solution for the counties, keeping them from having to find a way to fill the gap.
My name is Greg Reed. I'm a partner at West Virginia Potato Chip Company. We manufacture Mr. B potato chips right here in Parkersburg, West Virginia. And we have about 30 employees at any given time. We've been involved with the business for about 5 years now. A lot of reinvestment wasn't done over time, and we've really put 3 decades worth of reinvestment into that short window. And along with that comes the consequences of the tax on all the equipment that we've had to purchase, and it's well over $1 million at this point. And if you come on down to our facility, you'll see that we have a little way to go as well. And if we could get this tax repealed, it would really put us on a more level playing field with all of our competitors who, as everyone knows, we're the only potato chip made in West Virginia, and we're really the only ones having to pay this tax. And if it were gone, obviously we could make some of these investments that we need, and we could potentially hire more employees as well.
Repealing the tax on inventory, machinery, and equipment is a two-step process. First, the West Virginia legislature must approve an amendment to the state constitution that will go before voters in the next election. Then, West Virginia voters get the final say. We need the voters to agree that it's time for this tax to go.
My name is Bob Pepper. Now retired, my career in manufacturing has taken me all over the world. After more than 12 years in West Virginia, I can see that we're making strides economically, but we can't stop now. Additional work is needed to create the best possible environment for manufacturing growth in the Mountain State. The ability for companies to reinvest revenue from the repeal of inventory, machinery, and equipment tax will be game-changing. From offsetting rising healthcare costs to ease the burden on employees, to offering more competitive wages, to investing in innovation and more. Our workforce can outperform any in the world, but we have to bring our overall manufacturing costs down in order to be truly competitive.
West Virginia's economy is on the move. A renewed interest in returning manufacturing jobs to American soil provides a generational opportunity to put West Virginians to work and instill hope for a better future. State leaders must continue efforts to retain and attract manufacturing investment. The time is now to remove this barrier through legislative efforts by allowing West Virginia voters to choose how to create the best return on investment for our state. Together, we can move West Virginia forward.
After all, we are all proud West Virginians.